Namaste, angels. This is the biweekly reading for the sign of Scorpio for the period of the 16th of August through the 31st. And we're going to get started right away, beginning with an overall energy of the Seven of Swords. So first I want to mention that another sign had this. I'm pretty sure it was Virgo. And off the top of my head, I actually know at least one Scorpio male that is like a Virgo moon or Virgo. Yeah, pretty sure it's a Virgo moon. So maybe there's more of you out there and that to whom that applies, because Virgo also had the Seven of Swords as their overall energy. I got a different feeling about the Seven of Swords for Virgo, however. I felt that they were like stealing away with their rewards, as in like, you know, taking off with their reward, something that they were justly due, that maybe somebody else had attempted to take from them. Wrongfully or, you know, not necessarily maliciously, but it belonged to them and they had every right to take it. In this case, I feel that the Seven of Swords for you more so is about a missed opportunity. And now that I pick it up, I feel that even more so. So I call the Seven of Swords, I say that it represents the energy of joy stealing. And our joy can be stolen when someone literally steals or takes something from us, right? Or we lose something. Or we can steal our own joy when we're afraid to take a risk, when we're afraid to put ourselves out there, when we lack esteem, when we lack confidence, then we put ourselves at risk of missing opportunities. And I think that may be what has happened to some of you, and that you're dealing with now, like maybe the after effects of a missed opportunity. Could very well be in a relationship with, so maybe for you Scorpio males or women that are interested romantically in women, you feel like you missed an opportunity with a woman that you consider that you hold in very high esteem. Right, that you really admire. You just think she's got it together and she's capable of manifesting, and she's a nurturer, she's loving, she's tender, she takes good care of you, or she could. That's the way you admire her. I mean, that's the way you imagine her. You know, she's wife material, she's mother material, and you were afraid to do what you needed to do, or for some other reason you avoided doing what you needed to do in order to have a relationship with her, the kind of relationship that you wanted, and so you robbed yourself of an opportunity. Now, opportunity may be coming around again, or you may be considering now taking that risk and reaching out to her or something. She may very well be a Taurus, Libra, or Gemini. And actually, I meant to say when I started this reading, I feel that a lot of you are dealing with air signs. So, of course, Libra and Gemini are both air signs. For others of you, this can be that you feel like you missed an opportunity or robbed yourself of an opportunity, or someone robbed you of an opportunity, or an opportunity was lost to become abundant, you know, to be creative, to help yourself to bring about abundance in your own life, maybe through some sort of creative mechanism or means or outlet. You feel that time has passed. It doesn't have to have passed. For others of you, this can be about a relationship with your mother or a mother figure, the mother of your children, that you are maybe thinking back on how you were robbed of something. Maybe an opportunity to be a father. You know, for example, if you're dealing with a woman that doesn't let you see your kid, she steals the kid from you, blocks them from you. So you're robbed of an opportunity to be the kind of father you want to be, or something like that. Of course, that's not going to apply to every single Scorpio, but that's what we're starting out with for some of you. The next card is an ace of, speaking of opportunity, the next card is an ace of wands in reverse. So there is an opportunity that's coming back around, but not quite yet. It's delayed. So I want to, that was just our opener, right? I want to now shuffle some cards and see what else we come up with. Beginning first with the moon. Now there is a new moon this week. It's the Leo new moon on the 18th, which I think is Tuesday. That could be one reason for which this card is showing up. And I always feel when I'm using the Rider-Waite deck and I look at this lobster, to me that's like Scorpio energy. So that may be another reason why it's showing up here for you. The moon most directly in the tarot connects to the sign of Pisces, but water signs in general. And of course, Earth's actual moon rules the sign of Cancer. Back here, I have two more tarot decks and beginning energy of the Hangman, which also represents the sign of Pisces. So maybe we have some water on water energies working with us as well. The moon is about paying really close attention to your intuition. So opposite the Seven of Swords, where we're talking about potential trust issues, it's like if you feel a way about a situation or a person or something, trust your intuition, you know, let it guide you and show you. Here's more indication of abundance that is available to you guys, on its way to you guys. Seven of Swords, Two of Swords tends to be, and look, there's a new moon, like a crescent moon in the picture. The Two of Swords tends to be about a decision that you have to make that you've not made. It's like an energy of indecision that it represents. And usually you haven't made the decision. Here's your energy. Usually you haven't made the decision because you know what the decision is. Like talking about trusting your intuition or listening to it, listening to your intuition, listen to your soul, your gut, your heart. You know what you want to choose, but you haven't chosen because the choice that you make would disappoint or upset or bother or trigger or something, disturb somehow other people. You're worried about what other people are going to say or feel about it. And so you haven't made a choice. Maybe it's time to let that kind of energy come to an end. With death, death is about something coming to an end, whether it's an energy or an actual relationship, a circumstance, situation, and it's never to be the same again, right? It's ending and it's ceasing to exist in this form. And it could be you that's ceasing to exist in this form. Like maybe you were this kind of person that was indecisive before, or that allowed other people to decide for you, you know, your choices in your life, and maybe that's what's dying, right? You know, like that T.I. song, the old me is dead and gone, and you're moving into a new energy where you're going to put your foot down, perhaps. Four of Swords is another card that's about decision. Can also be about like planning a trip or something. If it is about a trip, it's like a travel. It's like the planning stages where you're thinking about it. And it's otherwise tends to be about a decision that you're needing to make, and you should probably sleep on it or meditate on it. It can also be about the need for a break, to pull away from someone or something or group of people, go on vacation even, but perhaps you're feeling stuck. There's good news though. There's light at the end of the tunnel. The star is about prayers being answered, wishes being granted, dreams coming true. Most directly connects to the sign of Aquarius, other air signs, Libra, Gemini. It's also about communication. So maybe that's how you find your way out of a situation, by communicating. Could involve someone or something from your past, maybe even a soulmate relationship. But the Six of Cups in reverse is about not focusing or staying in the past, but rather looking toward the future. So even if there's somebody from your past that you're missing, you shouldn't just keep it in your mind there. The idea is, what kind of future could we have? And looking forward, eyes in the past. And also, of course, focusing on the present, being present in the moment, in the now. What am I going to do now? We had that then, but what am I going to build now? The Major Arcana card Justice flipped over, and this Ace of Wands popped out again too. So it's like eventually you are going to get your just due. But again, it's delayed, but the scales will even out. Things will become fair, and you'll do what's right, or right will be done by you. Major Arcana card 11 Justice represents the sign of Libra and the planet Venus, which rules the sign of Libra. Otherwise, we've come to an overall energy of Major Arcana card 5, the Hierophant, which is about traditions and contracts and sometimes large corporations and government agencies and schools, universities, and things like that. Can be about commitments up to and including marriage as well. You know, because that's a contract too, right? It's about contracts a lot of the time. Let's see what's behind it. And what's behind it is that Six of Cups in reverse again. You guys saw me cut, right? So I tried to mix it up, but the Six of Cups in reverse is back. So again, there may be someone or something from your past involving a contract. Could be a soul contract if it's a relationship with another person. If it's something else in your life, could be a legal situation with justice having just popped out, and you know, something going on. But again, you're going to get your just due. This thing, it looks like if it is something like a legal situation or whatever, very much ripe to come out in your favor. But there is some sort of delay. Major Arcana card 5, by the way, represents the sign of Taurus, also ruled by Venus. All right, so I'm going to pull from the back 4 cards for you. The first one will be the one that will most directly represent your energy over the next 2 weeks, and it's the Four of Pentacles. This is like one of my least favorite cards, seriously, because it tends to be about holding on to someone or something or some sort of energy that is inhibiting us. It's blocking us. We need to let it go. But that's the one that's most directly representing you. Surrounding, okay, this is getting more positive. The Nine of Cups in reverse. So again, some sort of prayer being answered, wish being granted, dream coming true, perhaps delayed. And also maybe not as impactful as it otherwise might have been, but still something coming out, something going your way. Work and finance. Strength. This is a really nice card. Strength is an awesome card in any and every area of your life, really, when it shows up in the tarot. For love, for general energies, for work, for everything. It's like really a good card. And lastly, relationships, love and relationship. Wow, this is nice too. Ten of Pentacles, all about security, wanting to maybe give somebody your last name, right? Carrying on your lineage. It's about family lines and stuff for me. Heritage, legacy. All right, let's get more into these. So let's talk about the Hierophant for a second. It's a card that's very much about spirituality also. And that can include everything from traditional religions to, you know, spirituality that is separate and apart from religiosity or anything like that. And that could be, for example, in thinking about the previous cards, that could be something that people on the outside, friends, family members, may struggle with. If you wanted to change your religion, you know, your ideology, something with which you were raised, all of a sudden you're going in a different direction. Or if it's tied to relationship, especially as it looked like it may be, maybe even like a, divine union, a soulmate relationship, a twin flame relationship, you could be trying to explain, but I feel this connection spiritually to this person, and I'm into tarot and meditation and yoga and stuff now. And there could be people that are, around you that are particularly religious that are saying, like, what are you talking about? Like, we go to church and we do this and we do that. And what would they think about your break with your traditional religiosity and or spirituality around you. That's just an example. Of course, it could have anything to do with any sort of traditions that maybe you're thinking about not necessarily following the rules of something. Speaking of following the rules of something, and thinking also back to that original Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can be about like cheating or like trying to take the easy way out too. So this period is definitely not a good time for you guys to do that. Make sure that you're doing things, in the above board way. Choose for yourself what you want to do. So when I say do the right thing, I don't necessarily mean what's considered right by society or whatever. But don't like try to take the easy way out of stuff or pull the wool over people's eyes and to be, like slick, because that's not going to pay for you. I just feel it could be like a lot of struggle and tension between your idea of spiritual, or your ideas of spirituality, and the right thing to do. That's what I'm feeling for a bunch of you with this Hierophant. But aside from that, and looking at some of the other cards too, for example, this 10 of Pentacles that you have in love and relationships, somebody could definitely be getting married this month. Wherever your relationship is, if it's committed, and I'm jumping ahead, to love and relationship, but like, for example, wherever your relationship is, you're in a committed relationship, consider it like going to the next level, whatever the next level is for you. So engagement, moving in together, having a baby, getting married, all the above. That could definitely be happening for some Scorpios. Now if you're single, I don't know why I jumped to love. If you're single, then you could really be meeting somebody that, your head spins, it's just such a fast moving and tight and genuine connection. Again, maybe a soulmate or, twin flame. It's some sort of divine union connection that you could be having with somebody, that you're meeting or that you're coming back into contact with, reconciling with. You could be definitely reconciling with somebody, and that Empress from the beginning. So I guess now I'm speaking more so to those of you who identify as the masculine archetype, and you may actually be male, but that actually you don't need to be male. If you're attracted to females, I just feel like the Empress is really coming through with this oozing femininity, and that could be a male too, because it's not gender specific. It's more so archetype specific and the feminine energy. So if you are somebody who is attracted to the feminine energy and or females, and you have somebody in your past that you looked up to, admire, adore, even in the way that I described before, and you're just trying to say like, well, I blew it, right? I missed that opportunity, but it's something that you'd like to bring back around. You also have, I might as well just continue jumping around, right? You also have in your surrounding energy the Nine of Cups in reverse, which can definitely be about not only things looking up and getting better for you, improving in your life, and your goals and desires sort of suddenly attainable and reachable, but something that you really wanted, you could be, like super pleasantly surprised about how quickly it can come about. So the Nine of Cups in reverse is actually a card that says that we should like stop to really think, what do we want? Who do we want? And then focus on that intention, because we're in this really strong period energy of manifestation, and we have a real chance at having it come true. So even if you're thinking, I lost contact with this person, or I was mean last time, or they were mean last time, they don't want to hear from me, how can it happen? you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised of how positive energy, positive thoughts and words that we use in terms of the law of attraction, how it can be returned. And I'm talking a lot about relationship because I jumped from there to here, but it can be about anything you've been trying to manifest. Okay. We don't have to get hung up. So let me go back to the beginning now, because I should have gone to the Four of Pentacles after the Hierophant. In the general sense, this can be about anxiety, fear, and that's why I said it's one of my least favorite cards, because that anxiety and fear often leads to us remaining in a situation where we're unhappy because we're afraid to leave, either because we're afraid of what other people are going to think, breaking with tradition, maybe, breaking up a family, even if it does have to do a relationship. Maybe you're married, or maybe you got children, and what does society feel about leaving a family to go be with the one you truly love? Maybe they frown upon it, but if people genuinely love you, then they want to see you happy. And then so they find a way to get over these things. But the same can be true about a job. It doesn't have to be a relationship. You're working a job, you're getting a paycheck, but you're unhappy. There's other work that you could be doing. Now, maybe in a climate like right now, this economic climate, maybe you don't want to leave the job you're currently at, before finding another one. But, maybe moonlight, maybe start working on your own business, your own company, while you're still getting a paycheck from this other place, so that you can let it go and ease yourself into something new when you're ready. But you don't have to forever commit your life to remaining in a situation, working for a company, being in a relationship, living in a home or apartment or a living condition where you're unhappy. You don't want to commit to that. You don't want to make a contract with that forever. So it's about releasing those things, releasing that anxiety, releasing that fear. And because it's Pentacles, there's also just something to be said about, in terms of the tarot, that the fear and anxiety can be about money. And even that can translate to relationships sometimes, right? Especially if you are, a parent or something, and you're trying to figure out, how can I juggle two households? How am I going to be able to, still give my children what they want, and I marry a new man or a new woman or whatever? How's that going to work? The universe tends to provide when we accept the guidance it gives to us. We follow our heart, we follow our intuition, we follow what we feel is our soul's purpose. A way tends to be made, for us to, you're rewarded every time you take a step and you see other things opening up for yourself. And a way tends to be made for us to, accomplish those goals and fulfill our soul's purpose. In terms of work and finance, again, Strength is a really awesome card. Nothing to worry about. If you're out of work, however, and you're looking for work, even then, it's still an awesome card. Know that you have the skills it takes to find a job. You have the wherewithal to pound the pavement, as they say. Send out your resume. Describe yourself in a way that is, impressive and accurately so, because you're capable and getting something. And you could really be surprised at positive reactions to you, seeking what you're worth, positions that are right for you, not going for the job that's underneath because you just feel lucky to get one. No, apply for that supervisor position, because that's what your skill set is. Apply for that higher salary, because you deserve that. And it's another one of these things where, again, you could be pleasantly surprised, very pleasantly surprised, that you get exactly what you're asking for. Scorpio, you've got some really, really awesome energy surrounding you this period. Let's look at a couple more cards from these other two tarot decks for your advice. See how that ties in. So again, we're beginning with the Hangman, which can be about a period of limbo, maybe while you're making a decision or while you're awaiting a decision about something. Just feels like you're at a pause or standstill, like nothing's happening right now. Things will pick up soon enough, so don't panic about that. Use the time to your advantage, right? Look at things from a different perspective while you have that opportunity. You may be at a temporary standstill. Again, it's important to be yourself. You know what that means? It's important to be, again, real about what it is you want and not necessarily worrying about what other people would have you do or say or become or be with or whatever. And really following your own intuition and your own heart and your own soul, your own gut feelings and stuff, and going for what you know. The Hangman represents the sign of Pisces most directly. So fellow water sign, Pisces. Immediately behind the Hangman, also upright, is the Six of Swords. Things are looking up. It's the end of a difficult situation. You may even be taking a trip. Maybe you're going to visit somebody. Somebody's going to visit you. If it's not actual visiting or moving, then it's metaphoric. Movement forward into just, like the worst is behind you. Whatever the worst represents in your life, it's behind you. And, you can look ahead toward far better things. It goes very nicely with that Six of Cups in reverse, right? Leave the past in the past. Let's deal with the present. Let's look forward to the future too. That past, the present, and the future, all of it may involve an air sign. Like I said, I was already feeling this for y'all. But now here it is. The Queen of Air, Queen of Swords. She's independent, experienced, realistic, and witty. Objective decision making. So that's one thing, right? You could be having this energy yourself because you got, again, some decisions to make, perhaps. Clearing away all that no longer serves you, right? Letting go of stuff that doesn't align with you or, make you happy. Letting all those things go. Clearing away all that no longer serves you. Also seeing the humor in a situation. She's an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. And the next card is upside down, but it is in fact your energy. It is the Page of Cups, who's intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase, and also there are heightened psychic abilities. This is another card that tells us to pay attention to our intuition. So I'm going to throw all of these cards that we looked at into random places in the deck. Also, I guess they want me to see this. The Two of Cups sticking its head up. Two of Cups, of course, about relationships too. A relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness, and also the positive resolution of a conflict. So again, if you had been separated from somebody and you're trying to figure out, how can I fix this? How can we get back together? It is possible, is in this message again. And I opened up the deck at random to stick the Two of Cups in, and guess where I opened it to? The Empress. Remember that woman that you adore? Lavish abundance. Give birth to your dreams. Nurture yourself and others. And guess what's right behind her? Also upright. The Ten of Pentacles in this position of love and relationship. So, some of you really want this relationship with this Empress woman. And I don't know if she's really a Libra, Gemini, or Taurus, but she may very well be. A very happy family life, financial security, and finding magic in the little things in life. Like counting our blessings and just being appreciative of the fact that we're alive and we're happy and our loved ones are well and all that kind of stuff. All right, so I will mix these up a bit for you for a fresh energy now. I guess if I hadn't, otherwise that Two of Cups, I don't think I've been doing this in the other signs. I don't think I've been mixing them up again. I've just been going to the advice, I believe, because I shuffled these live. So I guess I've been figuring that's enough. But so if I hadn't started to shuffle these live, that Two of Cups would have been the masculine's advice card. I don't know what it would have been the feminine's. So maybe that's why my guides are here like, oh, well, she's about to shuffle, so let's stick this up in the air. All right, wow. Look what it is. Major Arcana card 5, the Hierophant. How cool is that? Again, Major Arcana card 5, it's called Unity in this deck, but it is the Hierophant, represents the sign of Taurus. Embrace this time of deep spiritual growth. You may feel called to act as a mentor, to find a new teacher, or to spend time with others who are also on a sacred path. And here's another Four of Cups. So Four of Cups was in our first spread. Remember, an opportunity was missed. Don't let that happen again. Your responsibilities may distract you from noticing all of the gifts that God is presenting to you. Be open to investigating opportunities that come your way. And that again is about thinking positively and not being in this way like, well, I don't have to pay attention because nothing good ever happens to me. That can be what the Four of Cups energy is like sometimes too. Don't let that be you that slips into that kind of energy. It's another moon back for you. Major Arcana card, the moon. So the 18th could be particularly significant for you also. Maybe that is a day where some of this stuff happens for some of you guys. It's just on Tuesday. It's important to trust your intuition, even if you're unsure of what's happening. All will be revealed soon. So worry is unnecessary. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Let go of the fear, follow the intuition, follow the guidance, follow the gut feelings, follow your heart, follow your soul where it's telling you to go. Again, the moon represents the sign of Pisces, all about paying attention to our intuition. For those who identify as a feminine archetype, it is the Princess of Autumn, the Page of Pentacles, cheerful, reliable, intelligent, and mischievous. A wonderful opportunity related to your work or education, such as a promotion or a scholarship, is coming your way. Seize this chance to learn something exciting or to start a more rewarding and uplifting career. So I really do think that for some of you, this is a job. I wasn't going to say this is a job, but I guess that's what I should have been saying. This is a job or some sort of opportunity, again, for increased financial and material abundance. Also, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn could be particularly significant. Actually, your ruler Pluto is currently retrograde, located in the sign of Capricorn, so that may be a reason why this energy is turning up. Also, again, the other sign that began with an energy of the Seven of Swords was Virgo, I'm pretty sure. So some of you may have both energies. Maybe you're dealing with a Virgo. A Virgo is significant to you somehow. And back to the masculine, from the Angel Tarot, the Nine of Pentacles. Enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, and successful self-employment. So this is just things, you feeling secure and okay, which is what this indicates too. And for the feminine among you, another Ace of Wands. This is like the third time the Ace of Wands has shown up. It too was in reverse, but there's no reversals in this deck, so I've turned it right side up. An exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. So again, some sort of opportunity, and maybe in the form of a job, or some sort of increased financial or material abundance coming to particularly the feminine. But it looks like, again, all of you are going to be okay. Oh, I didn't even realize all this time that this wasn't in frame. Was it not in frame? I hope you guys have enjoyed the reading. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and, comment, share, subscribe by hitting both the subscribe button and the bell button. If you think you're already subscribed, if you don't mind checking to make sure you still are, because YouTube keeps dropping my subscribers without their knowledge. And again, hit the subscribe button and the bell button so you can get back on. I appreciate it. And I thank you for being here. Namaste.